Folks, in Arizona, Superior Court Judge Kelly Johnson lifted a decades-old injunction that blocked a near-total ban on abortion. So, the law, which was written before Arizona even became a state, bans nearly all abortions except if the woman's life is in jeopardy. Joining us now to discuss what this means for the abortion battle in the state, Arizona Congressman Andy Biggs. Congressman, do you support allowing this law to go into effect? And what would the political consequences be if it does?
Well, I think that the law is going to go into effect. The Attorney General has already said that is the state of the law in Arizona after the lifting of the injunction. There is a conflicting law that was passed by the state legislature, but it was based on the pre-Dobbs Roe v. Wade case. So either way, Planned Parenthood is appealing this. They didn't quite get what they wanted, but the reality is you've got the more recent law based on the Roe v. Wade case, and then you have the original law that was the state of play in Arizona for over 100 years prior to Roe v. Wade. So I think the AG is right on this. That's the state of the law currently, but I have no doubt that it's going to be clarified when the state legislature comes back into session.
Yeah, and Congressman, while we have you with us, we do want to touch on the ongoing border crisis. Of course, it has been a major problem for Arizona. And just this weekend, the Phoenix Police Department seized a record-breaking 1 million fentanyl pills. Last week, they seized 142,000 pills and 1 pound of meth. How is the border crisis impacting your home area and fellow Arizonians?
Well, let's start right there with the fentanyl crisis. It is massive. And right now, what most people need to understand is DEA has said of the pills that they're seizing, about 42% of them have a lethal dose of fentanyl in them. So it's a killer that's out there. It's a poisoning, a chemical poisoning. And so that's massive. Then you have the drain on services. So we have one hospital in one of the border cities just in the first 6 months. Uncompensated care for illegal aliens is over $20 million in this community, and so that drives out other people's health care, people who are here legally, and so that's a problem as well. So law enforcement is at their wits' end. I just met with some more residents this morning. They can't believe it, what's happening, because you see the impacts in virtually every area of Arizona life today.
Again, before we leave you, President Biden welcomed the Atlanta Braves for their World Series win. This was yesterday. I wanted to get your take on Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre, what she said about the team's name.
The president hosting the Atlanta Braves today. Wondering if you or the president has any thoughts about some of the controversial about the team name, the Braves name, the so-called tomahawk chop. Any thoughts on that?
So, look, we believe that it's important to have this conversation. And Native American and indigenous voices, they should be at the center of this conversation.
I don't know if you have thoughts on that. I know Arizona is big on baseball, not only having their own team, but spring training. I mean, I've been there during spring training, and it's a wonderful environment, as you very well know. Is this the kind of thing we should be worried about?
No, I mean, we can go back to what we were just talking about. The border is open. It's dangerous, everything from terrorists to drugs to sex and human trafficking. We could talk about inflation and how that's impacting. Arizona has Phoenix metro area has the highest inflation rate in the country. Roughly, the real rate's close to 18% here. There's so much going on. The weakness that we've shown internationally, the spending that's out there, and the gas prices, the energy crisis that we've got going. Look, let's face the reality. You can dance around on that type of thing that what's a baseball team's names. Or you can get down to brass tacks and say, let's solve the energy, inflation, high crime rates, and the border crisis. And we're not seeing that out of this administration.
All right. So Congressman Andy Biggs talking about priorities. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, by the way, when he says they have the highest inflation, they almost always are at the top of the Case-Shiller home price index because it's been going up so fast in recent years. Everybody's moving there, I guess.
I guess so.
That's the good part.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the
truth.
No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They let
me decide.
Newsmax.
real news
For real people.